Yeah, what's good with y'all? What's popping with y'all? How was your weekend? How was your week this week? What's good with y'all? What's popping? But yeah, if you're not gonna wake up, then you're just gonna get left behind. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world. And I want to let y'all know something. I know organic fruits and vegetables are more expensive, but if you can, try to buy more organic fruits and vegetables than GMO. Because I mean, GMO, they put all types of stuff in like the GMO fruits and veggies, and you see some people don't even know that some of these GMO foods were like made in labs. But you see, the GMO foods is really what kills people. The GMO foods is really what has all the chemicals in it that causes cancer. So if you can, try to buy more organic fruits and vegetables than GMO fruits and vegetables. But yeah, see, people are just so sleep. People don't even take the time out to do their research and realize how bad the GMO food really is. People are just so lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? But yeah, what's good with y'all? What's popping with y'all? How was your week? How was your weekend? How was your Saturday? What y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? Yeah, and what I want to let y'all know, because when it comes down to going to school for 12 years, like, we've all been programmed. We've all been programmed. We've all been brainwashed, and we all been lied to. What I want to let y'all know, when it comes down to really wanting to become successful, you're not a 9 to 5. That's something that Yo, what's good? Yeah, what's good with y'all? Sorry about the connection problems. But yeah, when it comes down to really wanting to be successful, you're not really gonna get the right advice from your parents, because your parents, they're still working a 9 to 5. But you see, with you not wanting to work a 9 to 5, your mom and dad is not really gonna give you the right advice. In order to get the right advice, you gotta take advice from people that are at the destination that you wanna be. You got to surround yourself with the right people. You got to surround yourself with people that are like-minded like you are. Because that's another thing too, like, when it comes down to wanting to be a boss, if you want to be a boss, you have to think like a boss. You got to have the right mindset in order to be a boss. You could be in a situation where you just got fired from your job, and you may be in a situation where you may not have the money to buy certain groceries, but if you want to be a boss, you shouldn't really have the mindset to be like saying that you don't have a job anymore, this or that. Like, if you want to be a boss, you have to think like a boss. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to think like an entrepreneur. That's why it's very important to be around like-minded people. You know what I mean? Yeah, being around people that are still working a 9 to 5 and they're in their 40s and 50s, you got to be around people that are like-minded. You got to be around people that are at the same destination that you want to be. You got to be around the right people that are gonna like give you the tips, that are gonna build you up to help you become successful. See, and that's another thing too. People don't even really know how powerful energy is, because when it comes down to having certain friends that are doing like wrong things, and you know they're doing wrong things, like, y'all could like be in school and you see a friend of yours making fun of a special needs kid for having Down syndrome or being autistic or whatever, and they're making fun of the kid, and you know it's wrong. But by you hanging out with that friend of yours, you hang out with the friend every single day. it gets to the point where you end up start you where you end up making fun of like special needs kids, but you see people just don't really know how powerful energy really is. Like when you end up hanging around the wrong people every single day on a daily basis, you end up becoming just like them. And seeing that's another thing too. The power of repetition is real when it comes down to bullying, getting told negative stuff every day about yourself, getting told over and over and over again that you're ugly, that you're unattractive, that you're this, that you're that. You know, they saying all of this negative stuff about you. And the thing about it is that when they tell you that every single day over and over again, and then it gets to the point where you start hearing the same stuff from other people, like it's like you get told the same stuff all the time every day. It gets to the point where you start to believe it. The power of repetition is real, and you see, even though, okay, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, apologies. I don't know what it is with this with the connection, but yeah. And see, that's the thing about it. Like, school starts back for a lot of you out there. School starts back tomorrow, and I know a lot of y'all are nervous. You know, what I mean, I know that there's a lot of you that are nervous. But just like the video that I did earlier today, 12 years of school, what is it really good for? For you to be a worker, not a thinker. Rockefeller put a whole lot of money behind the school system because he wants to produce workers, not thinkers. Yeah. And I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Papa Duck because yeah, Papa Duck had did a video about that explaining that yeah, that Rockefeller wants a nation of workers, not thinkers. But yo, I mean, and like I said, I mean, to the parents out there that are tuning into this live, I mean, if you want my opinion, I honestly feel that it's better for you to make sacrifices and homeschool your kids. I understand you have a busy schedule. I understand you're working. You know, what I mean, you're busy with a lot of stuff. You probably have your kids involved in curricular activities. I get that. But you see, with all the stuff that's going on in the school, it's just not really safe. I mean, now these days we hear about school shootings every single year. You know, what I mean, there was one because there was actually 1 year where they kept on having school shootings after another, and it's like they were having discussions about teachers coming to school armed because of the school shootings that kept on happening. But yeah, it seems like now these days it's just not really safe for kids at school. And that's another thing too, besides like a student being bullied by other kids, unfortunately, a teacher can be a bully too. I know how that is. I remember back in elementary school, back in the fourth grade, I had a teacher that was judging me for having long fingernails. And because of the fact that, that he was judging me for having long fingernails, the other kids at school started judging me. See, unfortunately, teachers can be bullies too. And I'm not even capping. I'm not even capping. It's actually it's yeah, I'm gonna probably get me a haircut. Time to get apologies about the bad connection, y'all. But if nobody doesn't tune into the live at around 8:30, then I'm gonna end the live. Yeah, if nobody doesn't tune into the live by 8:30, then I'm just gonna end it. Yeah, all right.